Alright everyone, we're going to continue on with Merv Griffin's 100th birthday memorial celebration, in which we're going to be playing another one of his games. We're going to play a Jeopardy game, and this time I have picked out the Sega Genesis. So let's get right to it, shall we? Yes.
This is Jeopardy!
Today we are taking on Yvonne and Bob. Let's play Jeopardy. One daily double hidden up there somewhere.
Here are the categories.
Trivia, botany, actors and roles, the ocean, music, and finally we'll close it out with Tennessee Williams. Alright. I'm going to start things off with actors and roles for 100, please. Video in which Michael Jackson played a zombie and a werewolf. What is Thriller?
You are correct.
Let's go with actors and roles for 200. In 1990, the hunt was on for this Soviet ship, skippered by Sean Connery. What is the Red October?
You are correct.
Let's have actors and roles for 300. Actor who stopped the show in Showboat with Old Man River. Nope.
Sorry.
Oh, it's Paul Robeson.
You are correct.
Never heard of him. Famous feline who was once the target of Ignatz Mouse's bricks. Who is Crazy Cat?
Sorry.
Oh, that's wrong. Oh, it's Crazy Cat with a K.
You are correct.
Fourth note of the musical scale. It's a long, long way to run. What is Fa? F-A.
You are correct.
Piano style sprung from the blues. It describes Bet's Bugle Boy. What is Boogie Woogie?
You are correct.
Pop music for 300. The answer there is the Daily Double. I'll do 500. Why not? Tyrolean trick for moving the voice of natural to falsetto. What is yodeling?
You are correct.
Up to $1,000. The male voice range lower than tenor and higher than bass. What is baritone?
You are correct.
Music for 500. Italian for first lady, the leading opera singer in a company. What is a prima donna?
You are correct.
The blonde gentleman preferred in the film. Gentlemen prefer blondes. Who is Marilyn Monroe?
You are correct.
Actors of Roles 500. Sam Shepard played this barrier breaker in The Right Stuff. Who is Chuck Yeager?
You are correct.
In 1911, Picasso was among those arrested as suspects in this painting theft. What is the Mona Lisa?
You are correct.
Trivia 300. Since Louis XIV owned 413 of these objects, he could have started his own holiday inn. What are beds?
You are correct.
Trivia 400. Rodeo Drive reminds us this was called El Rancho Rodeo de las Aguas until 1906. What is Beverly Hills?
You are correct.
A bushmaster is this. What is a snake?
You are correct.
Botany for 200. For 100, I mean. Copra is the dried flesh of this nut. What is the capri nut? Or what is the... Actually, I'll say what is the lychee nut.
Sorry?
No. Wrong.
Sorry?
Wrong.
Sorry?
Everybody missed out on that one.
You know the correct
Oh,
response?
it's the coconut! Oh. Oh well. Longfellow spreading tree, now battling extinction by blight. What is a chestnut tree?
You are correct.
Botany for 300. Favorite food of pandas is the world's largest grass. What is bamboo?
You are correct.
There are over 2,600 known species of this tree, which gives its name to springs and a beach. What is palm?
You are correct.
The largest specimen of this tree has 350 large trunks and over 3,000 small ones. Banyan, okay.
You are
2,800 feet below sea level. It is the deepest spot in the ocean. What is the Mariana Trench?
You are correct.
The ocean for 200. The name of the tide-flowing sea word. What is ebb?
You are correct.
Floating layer of microscopic marine life. It comes from the Greek word to wander. What is plankton?
You are correct.
The ocean 400. Starfish are threatening this famous Australian coral formation. What is the Great Barrier Reef?
You are correct.
The ocean for 500. Thinking it flowed west. Ben Franklin misnamed this Caribbean current. What is the Gulf Stream?
You are correct.
Tennessee Williams 100. Season he paired with smoke and suddenly. What is summer?
You are correct.
The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone was one of only 2 he had published. What is a screenplay?
Sorry?
No. Novels.
You are correct.
Play which featured a gentleman caller and is originally called The Gentleman Caller. What is the Glass Menagerie?
You are correct.
His real first name. What is Thomas?
You are correct.
Now the last clip. He rewrote the third act of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof at the request of this stage and screen director. It was Ilya Kazan.
You are correct.
So I have $7,100. Bob is $900. Yvonne $200. Let's go ahead and get ready to start playing the round of
Double Jeopardy.
We're going to start that round right now. 2 daily doubles hidden up there somewhere.
Here are the categories.
U.S. history, toys and games, Old Testament, game shows, travel, and the 40s. The 40s for 200. Though faster than a speeding bullet, he was ruled for it. Who is Superman?
You are correct.
The 40 is 400. By war's end, they had banked over 13 million units of blood for plasma. What is the Red Cross?
You are correct.
The 40 is 600. Not his singing, but a lack of lunch caused a fan to swoon at his Paramount Theater concert. Who is Frank Sinatra?
You are correct.
For 800, please. The 40s. Destination of MacArthur's I Shall Return. What is the Philippines?
You are correct.
We'll go with the 40s for 1,000. Wartime pseudonym of Mrs. Eva Toguri Dakino. What is Tokyo Rose?
You are correct.
Up to $10,100. We'll go with game shows for 200. Some departing Jeopardy contestants have received this San Francisco treat. What is rice-a-roni?
You are correct.
Game shows 400. Game in which toss-up questions were thrown to campus combatants by Alan Ludden. What is College Bowl?
You are correct.
Game shows for 600. Just Man had 7 keys in one of these, while Split Second had 1 key in 5 of these. What are cars?
You are correct.
It's the #1 show in the history of syndication. What is Wheel of Fortune?
You are correct.
Game shows 1,000. If Yola the Buzzer beat the contestant to the truth, he then had to pay this. What was the consequence?
Sorry?
Wrong. No.
Sorry?
Consequences.
You are correct.
On the 2 daily doubles. Time of disaster kicked off in
You are
Chicago
correct.
on October 8, 1871, and it's a fire. Delilah gave him a real trimming. Who is Samson?
You are correct.
In Hebrew, its name means Sea of Reeds. What is the Red Sea?
You are correct.
The Old Testament for 600. Through sons Isaac and Ishmael, both Jews and Arabs trace descent from him. Who is Abraham?
You are correct.
And today the other daily double. $12,300. I'm gonna do 7,700. The name Palestine comes from these biblical enemies of Israel. Who are the Philistines?
You are correct.
A sorrowful Old Testament prophet his name now refers to predictors of doom. Who is Jeremiah?
You are correct.
My cell phone's ringing. Let's see who it is. Oh, it's not for me. Okay.
Call from Francis S. Call.
Hello? Alright. U.S. history for 400. In 1948-49, a U.S. airlift delivered over 2 million tons of supplies to this city. What is West Berlin?
You are correct.
Very good. Okay. Let's go to U.S. history for 600. The Battle of this city was fought after the War of 1812 was over and made Andrew Jackson a hero. What is New Orleans?
You are correct.
U.S. history for 800. I'd rather be right than president, said this great compromiser who ran 5 times. Who was Henry Clay?
You are correct.
U.S. history 1000. On December 1st, 1955, she refused to give her bus seat to a white man. Who was Rosa Parks?
You are correct.
Very good. $23,800. Let's keep it going with Toys and Games 200. Number of pockets on a pool table. What is 6?
You are correct.
Toys and Games for 400. Color that always has the opening move in chess. What is white?
You are correct.
Toys and Games for 600. Versions of this board game take place in London, Madrid, and Atlantic City. What is Monopoly?
You are correct.
Toys and Games for 800. Binney and Smith makes this brand of crayons in 64 colors. What are Crayolas?
You are correct.
Toys and Games 1000. She's been a teenage fashion model for over 25 years. Who is Barbie?
You are correct.
Okay, let's go to travel for 200. This necessary document cost $10 in 1980 and $35 in 1990. What is a passport?
You are correct.
Travel 400. name for a stewardess? What is a flight attendant?
You are correct.
Travel for 600. Look at all the money I'm racking up in cash. A vaccination is no longer required since this disease has been eradicated. What is polio?
Sorry.
Oh, it's not? It's not polio? Huh. Smallpox.
You are correct.
Tags for luggage headed for this airport appropriately read LAX. What is Los Angeles?
You are correct.
Ship passengers are greeted and dunked by King Neptune the first time they cross this line. What is the equator?
You are correct.
So I have $28,600, Yvonne has $2,800, and Bob, you're going home. Categories begins with L for Final Jeopardy. Let's see how we do. I know the answer. It's what Brett has at Monzo Pattern.
You know the correct response?
Leavening. So I'm going to end up with $57,200. And I'll see you all for another game.